the Braves and Dodgers going head to head here. Dodgers $1.64 with a total of 9.
Yeah, Tony, you're wearing your Dodger Blue Tony's pick shirt there. After Andy Pajes, this kid, what a story! He comes. I just watched it right now, Tony. Andy Pajes, the Cuban, uh, defected at the age of 15. He's a Dodger through and through. Came through the organization and been here, now 6, 7 years here. So just a great story for him. But another one kind of flirted with the total. If anything, I mentioned those totals that the unders moving down yesterday. This one actually flirted back up a little bit. There you go. Still went under with Braves and Dodgers last night, and this one has already gotten hit a little bit. It looks like by the sharps. I don't know if it'll go up kind of like last night's did, where the under got hit by the under, then they kind of came back on the over, but. Other than the fact the game went extra innings and both teams scored a run in the 10th and ended up with a 4-3 final, really didn't look like it was ever going to challenge the over in this one. You got Bryce Elder here coming in with a 1.50 ERA. 2 starts, 2 unders for Elder so far, Tony, and the Braves have 0-9-2 to the under in their last 11. For the Dodgers, Tyler Glass now 2.72 ERA, holding batters to a 181 average currently. You do have two, certainly I would think top three lineups against right-handed starters. But I thought the run production last night was reflective of how this series is actually going to go. Riley did it a home run, but I would think that Glasnow versus Riley, Acuna, Ozuna, he will be just fine there in this one. And I just can't get over Pajes, Tony. And I will mention also, Tony, as I give it back to you, to preface the fact that all the games went under yesterday, at least 12, if not 13, of the 15. That statistic also held true. The Dodgers, and the Braves got a run in the first, but the Nerfy was 2-13 yesterday. Tony, only 2 runs scored, or 2 first runs saw a run scored yesterday out of all the games.
All right, Ron Scott here on Braves and Dodgers going under total of 8.5 runs. You can find some nines out there, shop, and get the
Let's
best
get it.
numbers. You got through our 3-pack here with Ramon Scott here from MLB. Now it's time to turn our attention over to TonySpix.com for the card here on Saturday. You got singles from the NBA as well as NHL as well as European soccer. Of course, a 15-game card here from Major League Baseball, UFC also, UFC 301 also on the docket. So you can see Ramon here with good results there the last 30 days. What do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
Well, you see it there on the screen, Tony. MMA action, right? Up over 3 1/3 units here over the last couple of cards, and I'll be at it again tomorrow with UFC 301 from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Going to be, some Brazilians on that card. It was interesting, Tony. On my podcast, I said, over under 10 Brazilian winners on the 14 fight card, and the panelists said over 14. Well, Bet Online came out with a prop that listed it as 7.5, and that got pounded to 8. Unfortunately, one fight was already canceled, and they've taken down that prop. Probably all refunds at this point, changing the number of the fights. But nonetheless, I would think that the Brazilians might be lining up for victory tomorrow at UFC 301. So pick up my card over at Tony'sPicks.com. I'll get together a 301 card for the action. It's not a great card, but it's to feature the fighters of Brazil, so important to this fighting organization and to mixed martial arts in general since the inception. So check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Great time for a 3-day pass here. Get me on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We're going to have playoff action in the NBA and NHL, not to mention Major League Baseball. Need to get some of these unders, I think, on those premiums, Tony. No matter what, I want to get these plays to you, the best plays possible. We're doing a great job getting the plays here to everyone on the network. Swept the board yesterday with the morning steam plays in the NBA and NHL. So make sure you check out the show and then get my best picks. Support me here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel with Tony. I'll come see Tony every night. As long as we keep it rolling here, pick up my premium pick package for Saturday's action. Probably have a pretty big card, Tony, you'd imagine, with a full baseball slate and a couple of games in the playoffs, plus MMA, maybe soccer. Might be a little hectic to get a premium package together there, but nonetheless, I would think we'll be ready to go with at least 7 to 10 plays tomorrow. Probably 10, at least 10, because of the MMA. Usually go probably just a 3 pack on this one. There are some evenly priced matches, and I try to make sure that my plays in the MMA are usually the closest rated bouts, the one that needs the most attention from a handicapper like me or an analyst at this point. I watch them all, Tony, but I listen to what my guys have to say. I think you do the same, if you know what I mean.
That's right, guys. Got on board with Ramon Scott over at Tony'sPicks.com. Look for his MMA card here on Saturday, guys. Click the link in the description. You'll land right on his handicapper page. That's where you'll find his plays. Individual plays, 1-day passes are profit guarantee, meaning the most turn of profit. The amount you purchase is quarterback to your account for site credits. That is profit guarantee. Long-term passes for the weekend, the 3-day pass will work well. Get all Ramon's premium plays for that 3 days. MLB, NHL, NBA, UFC in there. 301 as part of that 3-day pass, and we'll save you some money when you use our promo code TonyT at checkout. Access Ramon's page by clicking the link in the description. You'll land right here and go ahead and get signed up. All right, guys, be sure to tune in to Morning Steam live here Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Ramon have a pick from every game on the major board, maybe some peripherals as well. So make sure you tune in, make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications so when Ramon's live, you're live with him to get those picks. He'll get plays in peripheral, maybe some Kentucky Derby talk or picks from you guys in the chat. So make sure you speak up in the chat room. You guys see it right there. All right, for Ramon, I'm Tony T. We'll talk to you tomorrow.